Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, the next stop on the Boker Train. And guys, I gotta tell you, yes, we have seen a lot of Boker Plus, a couple Boker Magnums. We've got another Boker Magnum to check out. This one, the Boker Plus Bend knife. And I've been doing these Boker knives for a while now, and it's really fun because you guys have started suggesting Bokers to check out, which is awesome. I greatly appreciate it, guys. If you've got, a more budget-sized Boker, that's where I'm trying to stay in this. I know I've got a few of these on closeout, this last batch, of course, and this one, no exception. No exception. I'll tell you right off the bat, this, like I said, Boker Plus Bend. This one was originally in that mid-50s range, and I picked it up for $22 on the SMKW closeout. I believe, I looked just the other day. I think they're still, I'll have to get the link. They should still be available. The link will be down below. Guys, feel free to go check it out. But the Bend. Now, this one is a little different, as you can see right there. It is a Lucas Burnley-designed. Now, this little guy, we haven't had a lot of assisted knives, but this one is definitely assisted. As you can see, it snaps back there. Ooh, that would actually, let's see. Oh, went too far. This is kind of why I like spring-assisted knives, just to see if I can pop it open like that. Anyway, so... Sorry, way off. GFN handle going on, GFN, FRN, probably not my favorite material. I mean, it's plastic, kind of like G10, but we're feeling around. We've got the back spacer, lanyard hole, right hand. Now, it's right hand, tip up only on this carry. Blue accents. But the overall fit and finish is done pretty darn good. For $22, it's kind of hard to complain about, honestly, for $22. Now, $56, I mean, honestly, still not a bad price. It's a smaller knife. You've got the thumb disc there. You guys know as well, thumb disc, not my favorite. I believe it's totally an aesthetics thing. They work just fine. You can open a knife with a thumb disc. It's totally looks. That's exactly what it is. Now, if I pull it off, you can see we're going to have that little indentation in the blade. So I wouldn't pull it off. I would leave it there just so to not have that indentation in the spine. But we've got a flipper tab, which that makes me perfectly happy. D2 blade steel on this guy. I guess we're going clip point. What do you think? Clip point on that. Like I said, as you can see there, definitely a smaller knife. I have, it's 4-finger, but obviously my pinky is past that point to point. My ring finger does kind of land a little awkwardly in that space. As you can see, it's right there on that point. If I bear down, I can really start to feel it. So it's kind of on that aspect. It's kind of nice. I do kind of like that blade, though. Nice swedge. Coated blade, of course. Which, D2, that could help in some aspects. And I still have not had an issue with an uncoated D2 blade rusting very much up here in the Pacific Northwest. I know that's a big case for some of you. So, overall specs. Right at about 6 inches. 3.5 on the handle, about 2.5 on the blade, pretty much a full cutting edge. You do got a nice little decent belly there. And where the grip link comes in, I mean, point to point, you're only working with 2 inches there. So, like I said, the shape of the handle, if it was carried out here, I mean, and obviously I get it. It would totally change the aspect of the knife. That I get some of those comments. If they did this, and to the knife, I'd like it. And then it would be a completely different knife. So, but yeah, I'm kind of saying that as well in this case. Just because of the angle in the handle, and we kind of this is going to be a theme in the next couple of reviews that you're going to see, is the size and shape of the handle definitely, obviously, can affect your ergonomics and put it in that category. And this one kind of does fall in that category just because of where my ring finger lands. My pinky is not an issue. It's right there. It kind of locks it in. So other than that, the ergonomics is probably going to be the sticking point on this one for me. You know, they can't all be perfect. I get it. So what do we have here? Size comparison. Obviously, the Bug Out is a much larger knife. It is a small one. Absolutely. Which means the PM2 is going to be much larger. Oh, we almost... There we go. We'll get a quick weight on it. The whole assisted and everything else, that doesn't bother me at all. I really don't have an issue with assisted knives. I know that is an issue for some, and I get it. Personal preference. 2.9 ounces or 82 grams, so it's pretty light for what it is. That's the other sticking point. It's not... Yeah, that ramp is really kind of blunt or non-existent. See how thick that is on the end? It's really plays to the... Oh, yeah. So, as you may be able to figure out, there's definitely some nice aspects to this one, but there are some aspects that, yeah, it is what it is. And, you know, I'm glad I've gotten the opportunity to check out all. It's been a lot of fun, and this doesn't happen very often, but the poor little Boker Plus Bend probably is going to wind up in the category that it's just not for me. You know, I have nothing against small knives. I have nothing against assisted knives. But it's just the ergonomics and that pocket clip. I mean, sure, can you take the pocket clip off, pocket drop it? Absolutely. If you want to do it, feel free. But I like, if it's got a pocket clip, I want to use it. And it's just not overly pocket friendly, you know, with that clip. So, the little Boker Plus Bend is going to wind up in, it's not derailing the Boker Train, but this car's kind of getting set off to the side and probably won't be making the trip with the rest of them. So, yeah, some positive aspects, but unfortunately for me, the negative aspects of ergonomics and just a very unpocket-friendly pocket clip is making the little Bend a no-go for me, unfortunately. So, they can't all be winners. And, you know, price-wise, I was very glad to get it at $22. Paying $56 for this and having it pan out this way, I'd have been a little bit bummed. For $22, I'm not quite as bummed. You guys know, I want to like them all. I really do. I really want to like them all, but some just don't make the cut. And unfortunately, that's where the Boker Plus Bend ends up. So, really appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out the next step on the Boker Plus Bend, or Boker Plus Train, I should say. So, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment, guys. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, we'll talk later. Bye-bye.